In times past, the ancients traveled to many places. They seeded many worlds. One known as Axioth has changed much since the ancients left. Many battles have been fought. Lands have been conquered. Empires have been forged and destroyed. In the face of monumental obstacles, great achievements have been made. And lost. Leaders have been born and made into heroes. And then into legends. Monuments are carved to commemorate those fallen in battle. The legends continue.
Hail, Vikings, and welcome to Let's Play Might and Magic 9. I did say Vikings. Might and Magic 8 was pirate theme. This one's Viking theme. Trust me, you'll see. Before we start, just a few notes. This has great potential for disaster. For a few reasons. It's been forever since I did my test run. So I don't really know what I'm doing. If I just don't. It's kind of... I mean, I started the test run and then I didn't even finish it because I couldn't for various reasons. But yeah, I'm gonna try to improvise something here. We'll see what happens. What else should I mention? Oh yeah, technically speaking, recording this game is really complicated. I have to use fraps. Most of the problems are resolved right now, I think, but I have to use fraps, and for those of you who have been following my Europa Barbarum 2 Let's Play, you'll know that fraps has a tendency these days to stop recording randomly for no good reason. So yeah, that's gonna be fantastic, you know. So, geez, the music's loud. I mean, for me. Anyway, I'll make a party here. It's a classic 4-people party, and I'll be right back. Alright, I have a kind of a party. First off, we have Monoma. Yeah, I did name them after some subscribers of mine, people who are watching my videos a lot. And Monoma does watch my videos a lot. Lot. Thanks, by the way. Thank you all for watching. I can only name like 3 or 4 people after you guys, though, because I did put myself in the party. So he's gonna be a fighter class in this Might and Magic. There's only 2 base classes, which is melee, Might, and Magic, and then those divide into subclasses. Like you have 2 subclasses for the Might, which is like goody do-gooder and less do-gooder, and then you have 2 subclasses for each of them. On one side you have like assassins and whatnot, and on the other side you have paladins and whatnot. So Monoma is gonna go down the do-goody path. He's happy and everything, and he's gonna be a paladin, which are tanky and everything. I want to do 1 character per subclass. So it was between Paladin and Ranger, and I don't particularly like Paladin. Honestly, I prefer the less do-gooder because they do a lot of damage, physical damage, that is. But since I have to have a Crusader, it's going to be a Paladin because he's going to do more damage than the Ranger. The Ranger does damage with a bow, that's about it. I mean, melee, he's not that impressive. Well, he is a little bit. Hold on. I'm gonna check something. Nope, he's not gonna be a ranger. I was confused with the Might and Magic 7 Archer, because the Might and Magic 7 Archer gets Spare Master, which would have been decent if the ranger in this game could get Spare Master. I would totally get that. I'm probably going to give him Cudgel at some point. He can get both Blade and Cudgel to Grandmaster. I'm probably going to give him Cudgel just because my other Might hero, well, you can say hero, I guess. My other Might hero is going to be a Blade Grandmaster, so just for variety's sake, I would give him Cudgel. Sometime down the line, but not now because it's not really necessary. So that's Monomer. I gave him some stats. He's a little balanced, I'd say. Took all the magic out of him. Doesn't matter at all what he can cast. I think Paladin can actually learn some spells. I would have to recheck, but he's really not there to be casting spells at all. He's going to be Might and Endurance. Gave him some accuracy and speed because that's also good. You know, it gets him turns and useful turns. Alright, second position, Timothy, who's a female. I'm sorry, Tim. But I'm neither misogynistic or something, and neither am I racist. I have one of each race and two of each gender. So you just kind of happen to be the lady here, but that's okay. She's magic. She's a magic class, and you're looking at those stats and you're wondering, you sure she's magic? I'm sure. The thing is, I'd like... no, actually, I'm going to get into that later. Just, I'm sure. I think I'm going to make her a monk. Which means she's barely going to be casting any spells at all. She's just going to support my real mage when needed. But otherwise, she's just going to be killing stuff with everybody else. It's going to be fun times. So she's enduring. And that's about it. But, you know, she's a dwarf, so I get bonuses when I give her stats. Oh, I gave her bow, because it's good to be able to shoot people. And then learning, because not much in all this, there's not much in all this that I really want for her. Because she's magic, so she doesn't get to, it's Timothy, I should say he, even though her portrait says otherwise. Anyway. Next up, I put myself in the party. I am the actual mage here, so I have the actual big old magic stat. Endurance and Might are down the drain. Too bad. I am rather speedy. Gave myself a little bit of accuracy and a little bit of luck. I don't really need that accuracy, actually, but it's cheap. I get 2 for every 1 point, so I'm just gonna keep it. Oh yeah, and skill-wise, identify item, meditation, 2 classics for the mage, meditation especially, since he's going to be casting the grand majority of my spells. I want him to have the biggest mana pool possible. And then identify item, because he's going to be Grandmaster at that, of course. And then finally, but not leastly, Daria D, who's going to be the other melee class, who's going to be my assassin. She's got a little bit more might, but she gets a discount on might points. It's kind of why it's a lot higher. No magic, of course. Endurance up there. She's going to need it a little. And then accuracy, of course. Speed is very low because it takes 2 points to get 1 accuracy, and I just don't like that. Made it 10, and that's it. That's okay. I'm okay now. Gave her bow, even though she's not going to be using bows all that much. There are 2 ranged skills, bow and thrown. Thrown does not have ammo, no more than bows for that matter. So honestly, you just go for what's better, and for assassins, they're actually better at thrown. I remember that much. I haven't checked, oh my goodness. Maybe I'm bullshitting you, because it's been a while since I played, I don't know. Disarm Trap then, because yeah, she's going to be the Grandmaster at that. Blade and Armor are going to be her melee skills. Let's go. We got this. By the way, the loading screens are broken in this game, so I removed them completely. So loading screens like these are going to be, yeah, a little disgraceful. I don't know. It just, they don't work, so I removed them. There's a, if you Google it, it's hard to find on the internet because it used to be on Mega Upload, and then Mega Upload stopped existing. There's one place in particular that somebody uploaded a fix, so you can search for that. I don't even remember what the controls are. Hello, what can I do for you? That's basically if you want the tutorial or not. I'd like it because I don't even remember the controls. Hey. He knew this day would come. So where do we start? We take scrolls. And we learn. Yeah. There's a lot changed about this game, so it's a good thing too that we can go through the... Ah, okay, it's the... I was wondering if it was going to be the arrow keys or WASD. It's the WASD. So it controls like a first-person shooter, basically. That's a big change. Spacebar to pick up stuff. Let's pick up all of these scrolls because he told us to, I guess. Boop, boop, boop. Do I get... Oh, I can crouch. Crouch, that's jump, good. Let's get into his inventory. Inventories are a lot more straightforward. It's a list. You don't like move things around to make space or anything. You do have a limit on how much you can carry. So do keep that in mind, but it is pretty large as far as limits go, and I don't think larger things take more space. It's kind of whatever. You can sort things out or just, you know, show certain things. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to equip him with his stuff. That's the weapon. That's the bow. That's his armor, which goes here. Yeah. Can you, like... Oh, right, you can double-click. Oops, sorry. This is useless, though, so I'm gonna put that button back there. He's gonna sell it. He's the guy with the merchant, isn't he? Okay, so I give everything... I give everything I want to sell to this guy. You have tabs here, hold on. I'll go through the interface when they go through the interface. So, well, I guess we're gonna do that. Gives you a whole bunch of stuff. Gonna keep that scroll for a little while. Interface, blah blah. You know what? No, I'm not gonna read all that. If you want to read this you can. Oh, that's what I was telling you about. Mercenary is the not so good might class. Crusader is the good might class, and then Scholar Healer. Well, you get the point, I'm sure. Notes, journal, awards, blah 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 blah, spells, blah 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 blah, skills, blah 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 blah. So you're in the inventory. That's this tab. You got your skills here. You get here when you train after you have to spend. Kind of like the old Might and Magic, you just spend your, you get points, and so you just spend them, and that's that. And then you have your stats, which you won't really look at. These won't really change unless you get some equipment. It's mostly for, well, if you want to know what your damage looks like and what your resistances look like, you go here. And then if you want spells, there's a fourth tab, and that's for the spells. You just get in there. She has learned no spell at all, but that's because she hadn't yet. So she gets a potion, that's nice, and a bow. I didn't teach her any physical attacks, skills, so she doesn't get any weapons. She only gets, you only get stuff for the skills you learned. This is useless, I'm gonna give that to you. Cure wounds, that should be useful. Elemental bolt, that's by the way the very useful basic spell. Cure wounds, bronze amulet, gold ring. Okay, well, lots of stuff to feed to the vendor, I guess. You then, for sword, you can double click on them to actually get them where they belong. Iron ring is useless, thank you. Give me a moment. Ah, you're gonna make me a lot of money. So this is your spell book. It's not divided by magic schools because it's really not that it's a little more complicated than that. Most spells require you to have, I'm gonna go back to skills, you have 4 magic skills. You've got elemental spirit, you also have light and dark. Most spells require you to have a certain combination of magic skills. For instance, the Elemental Bolt requires you basic Elemental and Spirit. Some others will be like basic Light and Expert Elementals, something like that. They made an attempt to simplify all the skills. That goes for weapons as well. It's like Blade, Cudgel, and Spare. Things you slash with, things you hit with, and then things you poke with. That's basically what they did. And then you have two ranged skills. Anyway, it just it doesn't quite work that way. Oh yeah, and you can just look at stuff. This is a museum. This is an armor. Those are weapons. Good job. That's a rock with runes on it. Those are bones. This I'm gonna come back to. That's a campfire. That's something. That's an altar that's broken. This is interesting. This is gonna give you some resistances temporarily. That's a barrel. Barrel. Okay, this is a demonstration of chest levels. This guy's good at decent. Those are basic chests, level 1 chests. You don't need that much skill to disarm. These are intermediary, if you will. They're a little tougher, but they have better loot. And then this over there is the highest. And he failed. So yeah, that's just to teach you a little about the chest levels and to, you know, give you an idea if you see a chest. Can I open that with my disarm skill? You have an idea. Basic skeleton, not so basic skeleton. He is in fact a skeleton samurai. Ooh. That's a troglodyte. It has an eye for some reason. It should not have eyes. That's a lizardman, I guess. Those are enemies in the game, by the way. I guess that's a swimming enemy? Yeah, you can swim in this game, by the way. And you do have to deal with fish when you do so. Fish. This is... I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. I don't remember their name. That's probably a vampire, knowing a 3DO. Looks like a vampire. Dragonfly. And then the evil eyes. Evil eyes are very powerful in this game. And then demonstration of combat. You have an evil Grand Sorcerer and an Oculus. I don't remember who wins this fight. I think the Oculus is gonna win, maybe. It just does way more damage. Depends on the chain lightning, actually. So yeah, that's combat in Might and Magic 9. It controls like a first-person shooter, but it doesn't really play like it because you hardly have the speed to stay away from. You need to cast Chain Lightning a lot more. Anyway, you hardly have the speed to stay away. If something wants to close in melee, you're gonna have a few shots, and then they're gonna be melee no matter what you do. So yeah, just. I like the control scheme a lot better in this game, I would say. You still have the turn-based if you want. Oh, well. I cast that a little too late. The Oculus wins. Oculus is the winner. Yeah, thank you. Go away now. And you go outside and there's a town here. Now, towns in this game are very large. I'm not gonna talk to everybody. I'm gonna talk to some of them. Those that I remember are relatively important. Hello, that's a bank. We'd like to do some banking. Oh, I don't have any money? Dang it. No better place for your gold. Why can't we use the safety deposit box? We need... Oh, right, that's actually a quest. You know how in the previous Might and Magics, if you deposit your money in any bank, you can take it out in any other bank? Well, in this game, that's not exactly the case, not until you accomplish a quest to link them up. So you can ask them... Basically, you can ask, do you have any news to just about anybody, so you can get a whole crap ton of gossip, or you can ask some specific questions. I guess I'm going to talk to everybody in this town, but do not expect that out of every town, because that would take several updates, not even videos, just updates to cover a single town. Cities are large in this game. That's just the way they are. Well, I don't really think you're blah 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 blah. Dangerous business. Adventuring? Well, yeah, but it's fun. That's the point. Alright, what's over here? I think I remember. Hey, cows. I remembered. Sup, cows? You can attack them. I'm not sure why you would. There's hay, because why not? Is that a chest? From afar, it looks like... Oh, there's goats too. Oops. No, no, no. Sticky keys. God damn it. I can't bunny hop. It's going to take me out of the game constantly if I do that. That's rather unfortunate. You know, I don't even know how long I've been recording. I'm kind of terrible at this. I'm aiming for like 40 minutes updates. At least 40 minutes of recording. If I cut something, I guess it's going to be a little lower than that. Whatever. Oh yeah, there's a training thing over here, which is not going to give you much of anything. This is basically this is where you get a tutorial for movement. You have to get there for it first, but that's where you get it. A tutorial for movement and for combat. All of this. Jump is X. Oh. Well, I put it in left shift because that's more convenient. Then again, it's a freaking sticky key, so who knows? Maybe I should use X instead. You will most certainly be faced by something or other. X does not work. You lied to me, game. No, actually, I did open both scrolls. So you have a parkour here. You can also shoot stuff if you want. It has an auto-aim of sorts. If there was an enemy, if there's an enemy, you just have to point in the general direction, and it's gonna do all the work for you. Alright, let's jump here. Get up the ladder. Can I walk on this? Yeah. There we go, that's the easiest way to do it. You can parkour with jumps if you really want to, but whatever. Yeah, so it teaches you about combat. You know what, let's go down with the parkour. Gah! That was scary. I'm parkouring, yeah! Screw that. Water broke my fall. Don't worry about it. Oh, man. Okay. I kind of got tired of it. So yeah, you get on top of that and you get the combat tutorial. Is there anything in there? Not really. The tavern and what is that? A shop. General store. Well, one thing at a time. Sup? Your tavern's empty. Damn. Must be sad. Room, no. Let's ask some questions. News again. Cowards live longer than adventurers. Well, yeah, but that's a sad life. Don't do it! Why? So what? It's fun. He didn't come back. Well, that explains why she doesn't like adventuring. So, everybody in our little hometown really hates adventuring for some reason. Hey, what's that scroll? I think that teaches us about, yeah, shops. Cool, shops. Hello, you're a shop. I'd like to ask you some questions, actually. Ravensford. Ah, hey, finally someone who's slightly positive about things. Watch your spell points. Yeah, well, spell points, I'm going to show you. They didn't? No, Farndale. I don't know what that is. Okay, go away. On the left of your screen, you have the green bars, that's HP. And then the under the portraits, for those that have spells, well, magic, they have a blue bar, that's their mana. And if you look at the things surrounding their portraits, the two mages have bird portrait things around them, and then the two fighters have whatever this is. Also, I seem to recall something, and I don't remember how to do it. So I'll just check the scrolls real quick.